All right. I know it's been a while. I got kind of out of a coding mood for a bit there and had trouble diving in and doing all this stuff. But I got a SquidManager 1.1 coming out now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that I've done. One, of course, is fix the annoying having to exit the bank name field when you change it. So now, the minute you hit a key, the save button, the minute you do an edit, the save button is highlighted. So that's cool. Also added the ability to copy, paste, and delete banks. So we can take this bank here and bring it down here to an empty bank and go ahead and paste that in. Yeah, want to do that. There we go. Now we got that guy going. Now, these copy, paste, and delete are not undoable. Like the edits you do in the editor, these are destructive, so they happen immediately. So if you were to paste this bank on top of an existing bank, it's a goner, which is why we've got the little question here. You sure you want to do this? Yeah. And so similarly, if we want to go ahead and delete that bank, we can go ahead and delete that bank, and that bank is now deleted as well. Let's go ahead and paste it again. So we got something to work with here. We now have a clear channel. So previously there was no way to actually remove a sample. You'd have to manually go into the folder and delete it. And now you can use the clear channel. Like all of the edits you do here in the editor, this is the original sample file is not deleted yet. It will not be deleted until you click on save. So that is revertible, which is cool. The other thing that I did is when you're concatenating files here, let me go ahead and grab the files that I want to grab here. We'll just do this big long list. I don't concatenate partial files anymore. I'm assuming that when one is dropping multiple samples, they either want as many of those samples concatenated fully as possible. They don't want one of those samples at the end to be chunked off. So I fixed that, doesn't do that anymore. I've also enhanced the drag and drop messaging now. So for example, if we drag, this is the normal one, of course, but we now get a message saying of these files that I'm dropping, only 21 of the samples are going to fit in the 11 seconds, and the remaining 43 of these are going to be ignored. You'll also notice now that we have two sections here. The replace, which will go ahead and concatenate and replace what's currently here, and the append. And that will append these samples onto the end of what you've already got. So this can be useful if you're, again, we'll just go ahead. Let's say I just want to add one, just want to append one sample here. We've got the two samples there, and I can go, you know what, I got another one that I want to append, and I'm going to go ahead and append that one. And so now we got all three of those samples in there. And as usual, if we just wanted to replace, we can go ahead and replace that whole thing like that. So that's all cool and working. Also better error messaging. So let's pull up the other folder here, test data. So if you take in a file that's of the wrong format, tells you the problems with it, that the data type must be an integer type, and it must be 16 bits or 24 bits in bit depth. Those same messages are reflected down here. And if you drop in a bunch of stuff, I display all of that for all the things that I can. And if there's more stuff than fits here, you'll get the little ellipses at the bottom telling you that you can't take those files in. Other things, like if you try to drop the wrong file type, tells you, hey, I can only load WAV files. I assume there might be some other messages. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I think we hit all the highlights. Save button highlighted is available as soon as you start editing the bank name. You can copy, paste, and delete banks from the bank view over here, but remember those are immediate and destructive, not undoable. There is a channel clear feature now that you can use. I only concatenate whole files in the concatenation process. We have a replace and append section here for the wave editor for concatenation and stuff, and we have improved messaging for things that aren't supported, and they tell you why. So that's cool. I'm going to get these things built and released ASAP, and just wanted to let everybody know it's on the way. Hopefully some of the things you guys asked for or needed have been added. Let me know for things that I didn't add or missed. Most of those things are on my to-do list, and I chose not to do them because I wanted to get this released, and we can look at maybe the next version 1.2 for getting some of the other things that have been requested. Happy squidding!